Hi everyone, this is Stacy in Japan and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about traveling in Japan, which for some like myself was very unnerving in my first year. So it's based on my experience and what I've learned to take in Japan, namely the bus, the trains and the subways. I live in Nagoya City, and so I will be talking a lot more about traveling in and around Nagoya. Okay, but first let's start with knowing what you want to take, whether you want to take a bus or the subway or the train line. Now, Google offers several recommendations and varying route options, and so it has become so much easier to travel if you have a smartphone that offers Google or even Maps, which is what the iPhone offers. So, know the name of your station. And I realized when traveling that it was not just the name of the station that I wanted to come off at, but it was so helpful to know the final destination of the particular train line that I was taking. This would help me to know the direction that the train would be going in, which is going to be very helpful. Okay. On this note, it also helps you to know which side of the, what side of the platform to stand on. Okay, I remember when I had just moved to Nagoya and I was still pretty new to getting around in the area, and I saw some students in a uniform that looked like one of the schools that I taught at, and so I went to that area. But lo and behold, the train was going in the opposite direction of where I wanted to go. But thankfully, I had left out much earlier that day, so I wasn't late for work. Okay, so you need to know for yourself. Don't watch the crowd, especially here in Japan. Most of the schools wear similar, very similar uniforms. Okay, so know where you want to go. Is it going to be the bus, the train, or the subway? And as I said before, Google makes it very easy to determine that. Okay, now living in Nagoya, I have learned about traveling by pass. Okay, now these passes are available at the subway stations. Okay, the buses also offer these passes, and let me show you real quick here. So this one is called a weekend pass, Donichi Echo Kip, right? And it's for the weekends, and it's 600 yen, and you can ride all day, but it's only for one day. Of course, you can ride the subway and the bus, okay, with this pass. Okay, very useful. You can also purchase this for the same 600 yen on the 8th of every month. Okay, so Saturdays, Sundays, and the 8th of every month, you pay only 600 yen, and you can make a day of just traveling on the bus and subway. So of course, you may end up spending a longer time, because sometimes traveling on the bus takes a little bit longer than traveling on the trains or the subways, but of course it's a deal. Okay, the other type is during the week, which you pay more for. So this is 850 yen, same bus and subway option. Okay, but you pay a little bit more for during the week, and of course it's only one day. It only lasts for one day, but you can travel within the Nagoya area. It's not for all of Japan, only for the Nagoya area, for as much as you like, for as long as you like, until the last bus and the last subway. Now, I bought these on the buses. Okay, so this is what they look like when you buy them from the driver, from the bus driver. Okay, Echo Kip, that's a short name, Echo Kip. For it, but you can also buy it from the machines, the convenience of living in Japan. Everything machine. Okay, so the same subway ticket machine gives you this option as well. And I think there's an English option, so you can purchase it in English, right? So this one, this was a weekday, so it's also 850, and I've never bought one from the machine on a weekend, so I don't know if the color is the same green color. Can't see, this is, yeah, green color. I don't know if it's the same green color or if it would be a different color. Okay, but I found this to be so helpful in planning when I have multiple places to visit in Nagoya, right? And even if I'm like going outside of Nagoya, it's still really helpful to be able to calculate, okay, the round trip for within Nagoya until I get to the place outside of Nagoya. So if it works out to be more than 600 or more than 850 for the round trip for that particular day, then I'll just use a combination of the 1 day pass and any other costs using my Manaka card. I'm sorry, I don't have my Manaka card here, and because I don't like editing videos, I'm not going to stop it or pause it to go and get my IC Manaka card. Okay, IC cards are also very popular. IC Manaka is specific to JR in Nagoya area, or is it Aichi area, I think. Yeah, don't quote me on it, right? This is my experience. I know you have Suica cards and varying other cards that are specific to train lines. Yeah, so I think the IC Manaka card is a Meitetsu card because I do get points when I use the card on Meitetsu line, but I don't get points on the JR line. So I think the IC Manaka card is for Meitetsu. Okay, so yeah, that's another great way to travel. When you have a card specific to a line, you rack up points, and then those points can be converted to cash on your card. Okay, and of course the convenience of Japan, you can use those cards to shop in convenience stores and varying other places that have the IC card logo. Okay, what else about traveling in Japan? Traveling in Japan, I have traveled to a few cities by overnight bus. Okay, a very popular one for me, and the only one I've taken actually, is the Willer Express bus. I love it. I can do everything from right online, create an account, you know, and just do everything from there and just go to the relevant locations to get the bus. And, you know, it's very convenient for me. And they are usually cheaper in my limited experience, since I've never taken any others, but I have compared them with the JR Express bus, and Willer Express tends to be cheaper based on my research. Of course, there are other travel options. This Juhachi Kipu, which is like a train pass thing, which I have no authority on, so I won't even go there. But there's a lot of information online, and if you are here for a short time visiting, it would be worth using that JR Juhachi pass thing. Yeah, but what I realize is that these one-day passes are not just limited to Nagoya. I visited Osaka, and you can get them also in Osaka, and it works the same way. It's for the bus and the subway. You have the option to buy a bus only or a subway only one-day pass, which would be a little bit cheaper, as well as varying other combinations of passes. I recently found out that if I have one of these and visit certain affiliated places, I can get a discount. So I found that out at a museum recently, that I can actually get a discount on the entry fee to the museum if I have a one-day weekend pass. Okay, so there are some other more touristy ones. I've been here over 3 years now, so I'm no longer so much a tourist, and really don't try to go the tourist route. Yeah, but let's see, anything else about traveling? I've never taken the Shinkansen. I still haven't taken the Shinkansen, but that's okay. That's okay. One day, one day. Anything else about traveling in Japan? If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm sure I have not offered as much information as I thought I should concerning traveling in Japan. But I hope this was sufficient. So thanks for watching, and tune in next time to Stacy in Japan. Bye bye.